All good. I'm going to go ahead and spin this around. Hey, hi, Cheryl. Move this around just a tad here. Hey, Alan. Okay. Who wants to see some opals? So I got a shipment in today, and I tried out a couple of things here, so I want to show them to you here. First off, I bought some black opal, Lightning Ridge, and these are little pieces, and so I didn't get a whole lot of them. Hey, Patty. I didn't get a whole lot of them, but I just want to try them out and see how they work. There's some little knobbies in here, and maybe it'll be good, and we'll just have to find out. But like this right here, focus. Hey, Don. Let me adjust that light a little bit. So, yeah, you can see there's some knobbies. They're small knobbies. But anyhow, I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see what happens. It looks like they tried to do something with that little piece there. Let me put these up because that's, we're not going to go through a lot of this. I mean, not going to spend a lot of time on this. There's one that you can see that they already tried to cab. So if you give me a second, I'm going to put this back in. But anyhow, there's some black opals, and they were, I wouldn't say they're expensive, but they're more than what the ones you get into those $30 jars are. But let's see here. Maybe I shouldn't have spilled all those out, but we'll deal with it here. But those worked out to about, I think they were $2 a gram. But I'm not sure. I'm just going to have to see what I can do with it. It was just something that I'm going to try. And so now to clean all this mess up. Okay. So I can't order anything from Claude without getting Boulder Opal. I'm hooked on Boulder Opal. And you can see this. This is polished, but I bought it cut up and cab. And then there's these two here that are also polished. Hey, Jeff. You can see that they got some flash to them right in here. There's a natural, I've drawn on this because there's a fracture that I believe is healed, but I made some some lines on this with a Sharpie so I can watch it when I'm cutting. So I wasn't planning on doing this, but I think that'll make a couple of good cabs. It's kind of thick, so I can get 2 slabs out of it. I think I can get 3 out of this one. And depends on how deep the nut goes in this. That could get 4 cabs out of, 4 slabs out of there. Hey, Ryan. Okay, so I bought some of the Cooper Pedy, and these are not super high quality. They're not bad at all. You can see the color in there. You have to do some chasing on it. I don't buy the super high quality stuff that he sells just because I can't make myself spend thousands of dollars to do that. But anyhow, you can, is the color picking up on that? Okay. Focus. But they all have color bars just about. Most of them are kind of skinny. That's crystal right there with the purple flash. And so these are, I got a couple of bags of these, and there's some good stuff in there. I've made a lot of cabs. In fact, the cabs that I've been putting on my shorts have been, on my YouTube shorts. The cabs that I put on the YouTube shorts are zoom, okay. Thank you. Okay, I got dog hair every square inch of this house. I think my dog's not supposed to blow his coat this early. But you can see that there's some good stuff, and looking at the cabs that I've been putting up, I've gotten some nice cabs off of that. That's not really what I was aiming to show everybody. But, so this is, man, I don't know how, my dog grows hair so fast, I don't know how he does it. But anyhow, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with that. What I wanted to go into detail with is this right here. I got a jar of Menabee. And we'll slow down and look at this. So you can see, let's see here, where's that color bar? So you can see the color bar. I didn't look at all of this, but the color bars aren't real thick, but they're plenty thick to get what get a nice cab out of here. But you can see the color right here on the face. And okay, show that color bar. That's got a pretty fat color bar in there. And you can see it's got good color on it. Thanks, Don. As you can see, these are some pretty good size pieces as well. So you can see on that color bar, it's not real thick, but it's plenty thick to hit and get a cab out of there. You can see that color trying to peek through, and it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. Hang on, I'm going to read that. You need a gemfish. Anyhow, here's another piece. You can just see that's just got gorgeous colors in it. And I hope that I can do it some justice there. And here's this piece. You can't see the color from the top or bottom. I'm trying to get the doggone, there it is. You can see that bar's it's not too far under the surface. And you can see a little bit of sand in there. You can see a little bit of sand right there. But I cabbed a piece of this earlier, and the sand came out. Oh man, this is a gorgeous piece here. So you can see the color bar there. And you can see what's hiding under that surface. It does have some sand in there that I may have to work around. There's sand right up here and some sand back over here. But I'm not sure what kind of pattern they would call that. But, and there's a couple of smaller pieces in here that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do anything with. They do have color. Hi, Allison. So the color bar is sitting real close to this edge here. Again, there's some sand that I might have to work around on this, and but I didn't have too much trouble on the piece that I cabbed earlier, which we'll have a little look at in a minute. Hey, buddy. So, you see the color bar in this? It's got a sand splotch right in the middle. I'm hoping that'll come out, but if not, I can work the edges and get 2 cabs out there. But you can see the blues, the red, green, purple. It's pretty much the whole spectrum. Again, this is meant to be white opal. And there's your color bar there. And you're not able to see it. It's sitting right under this surface right here, so we'll just have to see what that looks like when I get to it. So here's the next one. It's not a real wide piece. It'll probably make 2 small cabs is probably what we're going to do with that. But really got some nice color in it. I see sand, and I hope that it doesn't go down into it too deep. But we'll see. That kind of goes with the territory. And this piece right here, This may have been a piece that I tossed back in after I cut the, I didn't see anything on there. Hi, Lori. Yeah, and so these last ones are a lot of small, not terribly small, definitely large enough to cab. But you can see it's got this meant to be at least this. It has a fairly thin color bar. And my fingernails are brown because I was doing some matrix opal this afternoon. So that's the end of the jar. And, you know, this is one of the smaller jars that we see in the live cells or have seen in the live cells. And you can see that some of those really pack a punch. And so this has got some really good material in it. And give me just a second and I'll pull out the piece I cabbed. There it goes. Now we're cooking. Got some really pretty colors in there. And so you can see that those really pack a punch. I'm looking forward to getting into more of those. So in addition, I got some Cooper, and I got I'm trying to remember here. I think this was in a jar here. It was in another one of those little medicine jars, like medicine bottles. And this is some good stuff. So you can see a little bit of the red and green coming through, and it's kind of tough to see the color. Well, let me get it on camera here. You can see the color bar in there pretty good. It's got a fairly thick color bar, and it looks like it's all green. It'll be interesting to get in there and see what it is. So I cabbed up 2 pieces of this. Yeah, I've got a problem. When I start looking at it, I forget it's supposed to be on the screen. I'm sitting there all goo-goo-eyed looking at the rock and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Thanks. I appreciate that, Don. Anyhow, this is, so this one, you can't really, well, there's a little bit. You can see the color bar in this. And yeah, so these are good sized pieces too. That was one of the things that I was trying to do. Is what I've been doing is had a lot of small stuff. So I was trying to get something a little bigger. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I didn't know you got some fire agate there, Don. I must have missed that. But this has got, it may have some sand challenges on this. And it wasn't super expensive, but it was, it's some bigger pieces. You can see the pin fire in that. And it looks like a pretty good bar. Yes. Yeah. So anyhow, that's that one. And so this is loaded up with pin fire. You can see the color bar. I'm trying to get it to where you can see it better. So I've really been on an opal kick lately. That's about all I've done. I have done a couple of other, I've done a few other things. Oh man, yeah. It'd be great to have a piece of rough half as good as what he gets, man. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, that stuff he gets is just, man, well, it's top notch. And then he takes it and makes it into 60, 80, $100,000 stones, which is only good if you have someone that'll buy that. But so I'm seeing a lot of green in this. Hey, Lonnie. That's got a few color bars in it. They don't show up real good, but I can see them. Oh, thank you, Lori. And after we get done here, after I finish this bag, we're gonna hit the bag that I really wanted to show you. It's got a pretty thick color bar. It looks like it's pretty clean too, where it don't have a lot of sand to work around. Hope y'all are able to see that all right. So I see 3 different color bars in this right here. So I'll pick, it's not thick enough to cut down the middle, so I'll pick what I think's the best one and go for it. But you can see that that'll cut a decent sized stone. I think you can get a 10 by 18 millimeter, plus you'll get, you can get another stone out of there. So this has a purple color bar, and then it's got a red. Okay, I got to get it on screen there. It's got a purple color bar and a red one. You laughing at me? It's past my bedtime. That's the problem. Hey, Jerry. So I can't see a real strong color bar in that one. but there's nice color bars in this. There's about 2 and maybe 3 there. So this may have some sand issues in it. Well, you know, you just have to see what happens as you start grinding it away and get what you can get out of it. You can see it looks like one wide bar in there, which will help if you're dodging sand. It's got a little window right there that you can see through. It's pretty clear. I got a feeling that one's going to pop pretty good. I see 3 distinct color bars on this. It's not that thick, it's 1/8 of an inch thick. But I think I'll be able to make some nice cabs out of that. And I cabbed one out of this too, as well. You can see colors dancing all over that thing in all kinds of colors. Okay, and here's the main event here. I've been wanting to get some of this stuff for a while, and as I learned a little bit, let's see. Yes, so that was exactly what I was going to say, Brenda. I mean, I've been learning as I go, and as I improve my skills a little bit, I feel a little more comfortable using better material. So this stuff has some really thick color bars in it, and it has some super nice color. Got a little window here on the end. Sorry, I bumped the deal there. Sorry, Don. I really don't know what I'm doing with all this. Kind of learning as I go. Look at that rainbow of colors there. Hey, Beth. Looks like there's a clear patch going through it. We'll have to just see. But definitely got some nice color. You can see that pen fire. Looking at it from a side view, that's kind of cool looking. Really thick bar on that. If you notice on these, the color bars go all the way around. So it's on some of the less expensive stuff, you have to grind in to get to where you can see the color bar. Not on all sides, but sometimes sometimes you just have to do that on one side or two sides, something like that. These pretty much show the bar all the way around. That one's got a kind of a funny cut, but you can see it's got some pretty colors in there. Thanks, Brenda. I'm really happy with this. Coober Pedy. Got some that color bar dips. Come on here. I think you can see that it takes a dip right there, so it either going to have to take it at an angle or it may require making more than one stone. Just have to figure it out once I start grinding on it. Okay. How about that? That has got some phenomenal color in it, at least phenomenal for me. Yeah, I've blown through some color bars, and that's part of learning. But you know, Karen said something. She said something the other night, and I think it's been 2 weeks back, and I've kind of started going with it. She said she likes to chase the color on the 1200 wheel. And so, you know, I'll get the color close and then I'll start bringing it down. I'll start bringing it down on the 1200, sometimes the 600. But, man, you can see that there's just some really nice color in this stuff. It's not all super straight, but it's real vibrant. You can see the pin fire again from the side. So I got this opal from, if you're not familiar, I got it from Claude Ladd. And I'll put his email in my description after the live. It's claddjr@gmail.com. That is so cool looking at the pin fire from the side. That's a wide bar of pin fire. Yeah, you know, I sit there and just dream when I look at Justin on Black Opal Direct doing his $6,000. He'll pay $6,000 for a piece that size or smaller, and he can turn it into a huge, not huge, but a high dollar, really high dollar stone. So you can see this is. I'm definitely happy with this material. It's claddjr at gmail.com. claddjr at gmail.com. And he's selling his collection, and he's got a ton of rough, literally, and got jewelry as well. So reach out to him, and he'll be, he's very easy to deal with, and definitely has some good. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Is it bad that I've got that email committed to memory? Golly. That's just hugging right underneath that sand. That one's got two distinct color bars. I've seen you work those stones, Don. That's very impressive. Oh my goodness. That has got two fat bars. That was going to be fun to cut. There's a little piece. That one's got a thin bar in it. And that one's going to be a little challenge at the angle. I paid $200 for this bag. $100 grams. Oh man, that's crystal. $2 a gram for that. I thought that was more than fair. And Claude, if you're watching this, it's fair. Yeah. Just didn't want him to go up on the price. I'm just kidding, he wouldn't do that. Okay, so here's a cab that I made out of this material this evening. can see it's really popping with color. And there's one more that I did. It's got a, I see with it magnified, I see some sand spots in there. I couldn't go a whole lot, well, I guess I could have. There was one place I couldn't go a whole lot deeper because the color bar was disappearing. But I gotta say, I'm happy with it. Now, the other night, I posted on the rock circle, I posted some matrix opal, Anamuka matrix. And Jeff said something about, JMV said something about treating that. So it was treated, and it still had some black to it. But I went back today and treated it again. And I put it on the, I ran it on the 3000 and then on the cerium oxide. And that's one of them. That's unpolished. How about this one? Jeff was right. It needed a post treatment. I treat them really bad. That's what, Cheryl. So, I used the sugar and heat method to treat these. Isn't that pretty? Well, so I got, a while back, I got some matrix opal from Claude, and it was already treated and definitely reasonable. I don't remember the price, but it was, after I worked it, it needed treating, and so I've got some stuff going in the. I got some stuff going right now. So I just use a crock pot and I'll put it on low and let it run. 8 or 10 hours on low. And then, so it's, while I'm doing that, it's soaking in sugar water. So it's about sugar water with about 2 parts water to 1 part sugar. And after it soaks in that heated sugar water, take it out and you pat it dry. And then I've been taking it and wrapping it in foil and then putting it in my oven. I've done this in the house so far. I'm not doing that much at a time, 2 or 3 pieces. And and then, let's see, I start out on 180, I think, and then let that go for an hour and suck the moisture out of it, and then bump it up to 300. I let it run 45 minutes. And then I bump it up to about 450 and let that run 45 minutes. And then when you take it out, it is kind of burnt, charred that it's kind of left it charred. It turns it black, real dark brown. And so, so something that I learned, yeah, I saw, that's where I got that, was from Opal Mills. So with this right here, I took it all the way to polish, and then I've got a couple of shorts that are out there with this. And then I went back, just took what I'd already polished and I heat treated it. And I not heat treat, yeah, sugar treated it. And then, man, it really darkened it up. I think what I'm going to do is go back on that video and yeah, I think I'll go back on those two short videos and put this in, whether I split the window or something, show the difference in the post sugar treatment. But anyhow, yeah, the hummingbirds are sugar treated, aren't they? Okay, well, that's all I have. Yeah, that is all I have, except I want to show off two things. My kitchen counter's turning into a rock show. I need to make it a kitchen again. So I did a couple of bolos recently. And that one's Haunted Ridge. And this one's AZRE. And I'm going to just move them over here. But I was very pleased with the way they came out. And I actually bought these findings from Claude. And I bought them in some quantity. And, you know, I bought a couple of dozen from him and got it down to, I believe it was $5 a piece for all the components to make that up except the stone. And there's the Haunted Ridge. And he has more of these findings. He also has some belt buckle findings. And so I got that material from either Les or Cheryl. I don't remember which one for sure. But anyhow, now that's going to be it. I appreciate you all joining. And I'm going to get out of here. I hope everybody has a great evening. And we'll look to catch you at somebody else's video. We'll talk to y'all later.